Hey everyone, just want to make a quick video showing off how I made this DIY pressured water rig for camping. We're actually going to be doing a bunch of car camping coming up, my girlfriend and I. Here's our car here. And we wanted some pressured water after our first go. And so what I decided was I was going to do an aquatainer build. Originally I had added a little inlet here for air pressure, and that just wasn't really satisfactory and was getting really annoying with how often I had to pump it up. So I knew that I wanted to do a powered one eventually, and hooking this up with my power station made it super easy. So go ahead and move this to the side here. So this is my nozzle. It's going into an RV water filter, so all the water is safe to drink. All the lines are braided like kitchen lines, and all the fittings are non-leaded, so it's safe to drink from, and none of the water has a taste or anything, just tastes like pure clean water. So I'll go and show you what I got here. So this is a Reliance Aquatainer. If you guys are in the car camping community, you're probably familiar with these. This is the base. It's about $18, it looked like, from really anywhere. I got this one from REI. And inside of the original tap here, I was having a really hard time trying to mate this with anything. And so with my air solution, I had originally gotten a hose fitting. It was like a 5/8 or something that actually fit perfectly when it was squeezed up in there, and I just glued that in there. And now I'm actually able to just pull this tube straight out. So if I can lock it and then pull that out, and everything is good. And then there's no leaks when I have it open. So the actual rig for this is all inside of this box. This actually used to be a gimbal box that I had. I knew I wanted to keep the pump and wires and everything clean and splash proof, so you could use like a military grade box or anything. But here's my setup. It's a little messy with the wiring in here just because this is an extended cord. So this is my power station that I have currently. It's a little Marlboro 88 watt hour power supply. Works great for the applications that we're using now, but eventually I'm probably gonna upgrade to a Jackery. So this power supply can actually be, I believe this cable's like 9 feet, but it can be left over here. Say you're out camping and you need to run something else off of it, whether charging a phone or another appliance off of it, you can leave it away from the water source. But here is the actual brains of everything. It's just a little 80 gallon per hour pump. I believe I got this on Amazon it's by Bayite. I got it for about $20. Uses 36 watts, and you can actually adjust the pressure on it. I'm not really sure what it's set at now, but it's between like 65 and 100 PSI. And then I have just one of the inlet braided hoses going down to the aquatainer, and that's going into the inside of the pump. And then coming out of the outside is the rest of my tube that goes to my actual hose there. And it's really nice because this whole setup, like you just saw, kind of fits in this box when the power supply is over here. And so I can go ahead and put the power supply back in. And I just like to leave it face up because this power supply does have an auto off function when it's not receiving power. And like I said, this pump is 80, puts out about 80 PSI, and it has an auto cutoff, which is really nice. So when you're not actively using the hose, it's not just constantly running, so you're not losing a lot of power, and the pump isn't wearing itself out when it doesn't need to. The only downside to the auto off on this power supply is if you are not using it for about 20 or 30 seconds, then the pump, then this will turn off, which will then in turn turn the pump off. So luckily, you know, if we're taking a shower or washing dishes, we can just, you know, have it on and not have to really worry about that. But it's not like this is going to be an always on solution. But for now, I'll go ahead and click the power button. You'll hear the pump will kick on for a second. I can now close this, and you'll see that these hoses are the only things coming out of there, which is really nice. And if I go ahead and take my hose, we have pressured water, and you'll hear that the pump turns off once it refills the pressure, but there's constant water pressure the entire time that you're using it. We washed my girlfriend's car using this, and we're gonna be using it for showering and dishes and everything else. as well as just drinking water. Like I said, this little RV water filter was about 20 bucks. It was actually one of the higher rated ones on Amazon, so that's why I went with it. The water tastes super fresh. You don't taste, this is actually hose water from my apartment, but you don't taste any of like the pipes. Like I did a little test where I just took it straight from the hose and then from here, and this just tastes like pure clean water. So if you're looking for a solution, a simple solution, all of this is very clean when it's that's gonna slide off of there. All this is very clean, nice and packs easy up in my cargo carrier. I can definitely recommend it. All right, thanks for watching.